Alright y'all, so today I've been working on my 1997 F350 7.3 liter Power Stroke. Older style Power Stroke with an awful exhaust flange. I replaced the pedestal seals, and I was just going to take y'all through the tools you'll need to make this job so much easier, so much quicker. I started at 11:30 today. It is now like 7 o'clock. I got it in. It's doing great. I'm so, once you get a part, I've been to Ace one time, had to get a new tool, and that made all the difference. And the tool that is this little 1/4-inch socket swivel. You have to have that, and I have it on the end of one of the little flexible extensions so that it's not super snug on the end. Let me get it, but it still has a little play, and that has been so helpful. But the tools you're going to need are this here, little 10mm to the flex joint, a little adapter I put on my air impact wrench. But you have 2 bolts in the very back of the pedestal seal right there, and there's one up over here on the other side. You can't really see, but I'll kind of point out with the tool. It's right back there, right by the exhaust pipe, and you just kind of finagle that on there, and you can get that to turn and come out. Those are the hardest 2 bolts to get out. However, there are 2 other pretty hard ones on the exhaust flange. Sorry for the shaky filming, guys, but you have these 2 pedestal bolts here too. Those are super easy to get to, the easiest ones you'll have. You have a bolt right there. Let me get the light. You see that bolt right there? And to get to that one, you're gonna need, no, not that one. Let's see here. You're gonna use a 5/8 wrench, but it has to have a bend in the end. See, that one's a little bent, and that allows you to put it in kind of upside down and get around this turbo, the spool house, and you can turn it from there. You don't have much clearance to get to that bolt, but if you use just a basic bent wrench, it's pretty easy. Now on the other one, you have another bolt right there, and I took the 3 bolts out of here and took that little cap off that goes to the downpipe, and that made, I didn't take it out that way, but I'm putting it back in that way because that makes a lot of difference. It's so much easier to get to. If you can do that, great. It's going to make getting to this pedestal bolt down there a lot easier. But if you can't, don't worry, it's not impossible, it's just hard. So on that one, you're going to have to use a really short wrench. It can be straight, it can be bent, whatever. But you can use a short wrench to get back up there. And it has to be short because you have nearly no clearance to the firewall. So use a short wrench, or cut off the wrench there and use it there, or get a short wrench. It's not that hard of a job. I was reading up and people were saying, oh, it's a job from hell, whatnot, but it's not that bad if you have the right tools and the knowledge going into it. I didn't. I jumped in blind. This is my first diesel, honestly my first turbo. I've never really messed with anything except naturally aspirated small motors. But this flex joint right there makes all the difference. If I had that to begin with, I would have been done and home and showered and eaten already. But I'm not. But go to your hardware store, get one of those before you even pull the truck in and take stuff off. That's crucial. Now, I also deleted my EPVF something HK valve. That goes over there. What I did is I took, you can take an M12 bolt. And let me go back up into the shop real quick. Take an M12 bolt, you take all this stuff out of your housing, and you can take an M12 bolt. I chose pretty fine threads, and you can actually just tap this right up in there. It's super close to fitting already. Just take a little socket and put it in a vise and give it a little spin. Then I got some O-rings. I got my bolt, put washer, and put an O-ring on it. And I put that from the inside of the little canister towards the outside. And I got another little washer, or little O-ring. I got a washer and a lock ring. And I just put a normal nut on. And then I cut off the excess with the angle grinder. You wouldn't even have to have this right here. But I like it. If you don't have that, I would probably recommend welding it just to make sure it doesn't move. But over here, I took this out. It was up and through there, the back pressure valve, like that. It has 2 rivets on it. You're gonna have to get those pop rivets off. Just beat the snot out of them if you want to. That might work, or heat. But I have a little Dremel tool that worked great. Take that, take the punch, and knock them out. Here they are right here. Just little dudes. And then this whole assembly here will slide out the bottom. And there's, inside of here, when you slide that out, there's this big thing right there. You can see it there on the other side, still there. That just keeps the shaft with the back pressure valve on it from having tons of play. But you have to beat that out, or press it out, or something. Then you can go to O'Reilly, Advanced, Napa, whatever your preferred auto part store is, and you can get a little cap for it, just like a freeze plug. I put that one in with a socket and a hammer. I'll probably beat it in a little more, but that's not going anywhere. And then after my turbo's back in the truck, I got the 3 bolts and the flange brackety thingy to put back on. But it's been a long day, lots of grease, but if it fixes my leak, I will be super happy, because I don't like leaky vehicles. But anyway, I hope this helped. Alright, that's my name. Take it easy, keep stroking, and have a heck of a time. Turn on some music, crack open a beer. You'll get it done.